Hello, friends. You say hello to Ms. Murray. Hello, Ms. Murray. Friends, today our book is called Wild Symphony. Looks like a pretty wild symphony since there's a bunch of wild animals playing instruments. That's pretty unusual. Never seen that at the zoo. This book is written by Dan Brown and it is illustrated for us by Susan Batori. Now, if you've ever seen a movie called The Da Vinci Code, that's a grown-up movie and a grown-up book written by Dan Brown. And now Dan Brown has written this book, a picture book. Dan Brown was trained as a musician. His mom and dad didn't have a television, so he learned to play the piano when he was 3. So he decided to write a book about how much he loves music so he could show friends like you that maybe you could learn to love music too. So our book is called Wild Symphony. Wow. So right here, just inside, we have lots of different names of lots of different instruments for the orchestra. And the orchestra is the type of group that plays a symphony. A symphony is a kind of piece of music. We have pop songs by like Stevie Wonder and Ariana Grande. That's not a symphony. A symphony is something that usually doesn't have words and it's just instruments. So right here, oh look, we have a little friend here. There is Maestro Mouse. A secret message from Maestro Mouse. Look at that. He's got a QR code and I have the app on my phone, which means we're actually going to get to hear some of the symphony while I'm reading the book. So I've got the QR code app open on my phone. So we're going to have both things happening at the same time. Here we go. Dan Brown's Wild Symphony. And Maestro Mouse is the conductor. See, he's got his baton. And he's getting ready to make everybody play together at the same time. That is what the conductor's job is during the symphony for the orchestra. So here we go, Maestro Mouse. Maestro Mouse. I am Maestro Mouse. I'll be your guide. So come along on my wild ride. You'll meet my friends. They're smart and fun. I think you'll love them. Everyone. They live in jungles, ponds, and trees, out in fields and under seas. Each one teaches something new, a secret lesson just for you. My friends and I, we have a plan. Try to guess it if you can. Listen well and use your eyes. I think you'll love our big surprise. I'll hide some clues along the way, a hidden game. Come on, let's play. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next thing on our app as soon as I turn it down just a little bit so I can hear me too. Okay, so on this next one we have pictures of what? Oh, look at all the birds. So there's all our birds. Woodbird welcome. As the sunrise starts to glow, woodland birds all say hello. Honking, hooting, chirping, peeping, squawking, tweeting, cooing, cheeping. It's so noisy, all those birds. A jumbled rush of birdly words. But if you pause for not so long, you'll hear each bird's own special song. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 birds. And Maestro's has a little message that says, even when life seems messy, there's beauty to be found everywhere. So our next page has a new musical theme song for us. Oh, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 kangaroos. And look, the bird is flying by. What's the bird holding? Oh, that's our trick. We have to look for the animal we just saw and what instrument they'll be playing. Look, it's the flute. Bouncing kangaroo. Kanga, kanga, kangaroo. Teach me how to bounce like you. Bouncing high, bouncing low, bouncing everywhere you go. Bounce to run, kaboing, kaboing. Bounce for fun, kaboing, kaboing. Bounce and eat, ka-choo, ka-choo. Bounce asleep, ka-snooze, ka-snooze. When you shake your kanga tail and bounce along the kanga trail, I wish I bounced like you. I want to be a kangaroo. Maestro says, it's great to admire the skills of others. Don't forget, you have special talents too. Clumsy kittens. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kittens. Jumping here, landing there. Tabletop to kitchen chair. Tree to fence, to porch, to roof. Floor to couch, to stool, to oof. Even though they sometimes fall, they don't seem to mind at all. Always landing on their feet, never crying in defeat. When life trips them up a bit, cats just make the best of it. Maestro says, falling down is part of life. The best thing to do is get back up on your feet. Going down under the ocean now. So we've got, oh look, there's a cat wearing a bubble on his head so he can breathe underwater. Hammerhead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The ray. Hammerhead and moray eel loudly tell you how they feel, but the fish just stare and sigh when the ray goes gliding by, strong and graceful, silent too. Could they maybe just like you? Maestro says, sometimes a lot of noise is not the best way to get attention. Being quiet and graceful can work even better. Look, there's a bee. He's also in a bubble, so he can breathe underwater too. Here we go. What's up next? What is that? A hippopotamus. Happy hippo. The hippo loves a muddy pond with clumps of weed to nibble on. He's happy just to float and munch. He's got his home, he's got his lunch. He doesn't wish he had the sky. Life's too short to moan and cry. He just wants to splash and sing. Life is such a simple thing. Look, he's got a sandwich made out of grass. Sometimes you get so caught up in the confusing parts of life that you forget to enjoy the small things. So what's next up on the same page as our hippo? Frogs in a bog. Croakers, peepers, happy frogs sing together in the bogs. Big ones, small ones, fat ones too. Green and brown and even blue. No one's right and no one's wrong. Everyone just sings along. Look how many frogs there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And look right there, there's a bee right there on his lip. And Maestro says, all of us are different sizes, shapes, and colors. If we work together, we can make wonderful music. Okay, what is up next? There's our ostrich. An anxious ostrich. When she's stressed or feeling hurt, she sticks her head down in the dirt. Here she finds a peaceful space and doesn't feel so out of place. But soon her hiding trick must end to eat her lunch or see a friend. And once she's spent some time away, she feels recharged to face the day. Maestro says when you feel overwhelmed, it's okay to take some time for yourself. Okay, what are these guys right here? There's some new animals. The Armadillos Shell. An armadillo is really smart. He's got a shell, he's got a heart. He's got his shell when days are bad to keep out things that make him sad. But when his days are really good, he opens up, just like he should. He's not afraid to show his heart. That's the way friendship starts. See, when he's afraid, he can roll himself into a ball, then he's all shell, and then he can unroll himself to make some friends. Maestro says, it's okay to block out bad things, but don't forget to open up and invite the good things in. Oh my, look at what's next. I was in the jungle once and heard some gruffly, grunty grunts. I crept in closer to explore and saw a pack of frightful boar. Their snarly sniffle snouts were scary, curving tusks all sharp and hairy. Then I saw, to my surprise, the boar were chasing butterflies. They spun, they twirled, they danced about, having fun without a doubt. Their faces looked so fierce and mean. I guess some things aren't what they seem. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 boars. How many butterflies? 1, 2, 3, 4. And look, there's our armadillo. And there's our ostrich. And Maestro Mouse says, sometimes nice things come in not quite so pretty packages. So next up we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses. Impatient ponies love to gallop, never trot, have to stay in just one spot, running circles, life's a race. Got to set a faster pace, looking forward, never down, missing clovers on the ground. As tomorrow comes your way, don't forget to live today. Tomorrow will be here soon enough. Slow down and enjoy today. Boy, they're running so fast. Look, their tails are streaming out behind them. What's the boar holding in his hand? Looks like a tuba. Oh my goodness, look how big he is. Wow. Next up is Wondrous Whale. The biggest creature of them all isn't hairy, mean, or tall. He's sleek and kind and soft and blue, long and smooth and gentle too. 100 feet from mouth to tail. Yes, you guessed, a big blue whale. A whale can do a wondrous thing. Underwater, he can sing. It's how he talks to other whales and shares with them his whaley tales. His voice can echo through the sea 200 miles, sometimes 3. So if you ever take a swim and dare to stick your head way in, you just might hear a distant song, a whale who hopes you'll sing along. If you listen carefully to nature, you'll hear conversations all around you. Look at what the horse has got his air bubble on. There's the bee again with his air bubble. What's he holding? Looks like a tambourine. the cheetah chase. You can't see her creeping low, inching forward, slow, slow, slow. Even when you squint and stare, you see nothing. Nothing's there. Then, whoosh! A flash of yellow fur, a streaking blaze, a cheetah blur. In a heartbeat, she can shift from super slow to super swift. But when a cheetah runs so fast, her cheetah speed will never last, and so she stops to breathe and rest. A baobab tree for naps is best. She gives a yawn, and then a snore, and then whoosh, she runs some more. It's important to give everything you've got, but don't forget to rest and refill your tank. And next, eager elephant. Ta-ta-da, ta-ta-dee. Practice singing just like me. Yes, it's hard, but she won't quit. Soon she'll get the hang of it. Mama teaches, baby learns. Brother giggles in the ferns. Then at last, she gets it right. Ta-da! They'll dance all night. Nobody gets it right the first time, but just keep practicing and you'll catch on. But wait, what's coming up next? Look at how small. What's next? Rat attack. When you run and hide when rats are near, dash away and shake in fear. But if you stop and think a bit, you'll see it should be the opposite. You're bigger, louder, smarter too. The rat should run away from you. Sometimes we're afraid of the silliest things. So next up is, oh look, is that a skateboard? Tennis racket? Busy beetles. Busy beetles digging with their little feetles, working slowly as a turtle, building homes in garden dirtle. But the beetles, bit by bittle, keep on going, never quittle. When at last their work is done, then it's time to have some fun. There's time for work and there's time for play. There's time for both every single day. In the woods, you stop and shriek! There's something sticky on your cheek! A spider web you almost broke. Yuck! You gasp, choke. But as you start to run away, there's something there that makes you stay. Diamonds, somehow caught in flight, hanging in the bright moonlight, a shining net of silver gray. Who thought you'd see a web that way? A masterpiece some spider spun. Now aren't you glad you didn't run? There's beauty in unexpected places. Keep your eyes open. You might be surprised. What's next? Even though a bat can't see, he never flies into a tree. He never smacks into your house. He's more than just a flying mouse. He has no sight, but has no fears, because he knows how well he hears. He doesn't really need to see. He's learned to listen carefully. There's 3 bats, 1 spider. There's his spider harp. Maestro says, being a good listener will always help you find your way. And next up is, in the mist, I see a swan by herself. Her friends are gone. She must be sad there all alone, paddling softly on her own. But then I see she's got a smile. She wants to be alone a while. Time to think and time to rest. She likes this special time the best. Time with family and friends is fun. Time alone can be special too. Cricket Lullaby. There are times when we just look, like when we read a picture book. But if we use our ears to spy, there's more to life than meets the eye. At night, a field looks dark and bare. Our eyes are certain nothing's there. But ears hear things that eyes can pass. Our ears hear crickets in the grass. Now and then, close your eyes and listen, and you might be able to see something new. All right, our very last page, right here, it says tap, tap, tap. That's what the conductor does to get everyone's attention. Tap, tap, tap. Everyone stops playing. And next we have okay, the whale is playing cymbals. The boar is playing a tambourine. The horses are playing tambourines. The elephants are playing trombones. The cheetah is playing the cello. The kitty cat is playing the piano. The crickets are playing the violins. The ostriches are playing the bassoon. The swan is playing the French horn. The boars are playing the tuba. The spider is playing the harp. The birds are playing the flutes. And the beetles are playing the marimba. The rats are playing maracas. The frogs are playing clarinets. The armadillo is playing the güiro. And the hippo is playing the stand-up bass. The kangaroo is playing the timpani. The bats are playing the wind chimes. And the ray is playing the triangle. And so all of the animals came together in the orchestra to play the Wild Symphony. Thank you, friends, for reading along with me, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, friends. Say goodbye to Ms. Murray. Goodbye, Ms. Murray.